Well, good morning again. I think we've had the same shot for most of the time on this, working on the Jeep here. Me standing in front of it, pointing at it. Well, that's what's going to happen for the next couple of days maybe here. So, show you my calendar here. We are at day 19, part 19, and I have got 3 more days before this gets loaded on the truck. And we still have to have the AC done, the air conditioning, and the front windshield in there, and the sides yet. So, gonna be a busy next couple of days, and then get this off the list so I can get back to life. My wife has been very patient with me working on this project here. This morning, Sunday morning, I finished up with, let me turn you around here, finished up on the rockers. Got the all welded up, put a reinforcement piece in this side here, put another reinforcement tab underneath here, finish welding the front. So this is good and secure to the body. This will definitely take a hit on there. It's all pop riveted there. So the next mission I'm working on this morning is getting the derusting, descaling these doors, and cleaning this up in here so that I can get that POR 15 brushed onto there and cured out so I can get the armor in here. About getting carried away fixing rust holes are here. Gonna put that armor on here with aluminum pop rivets. That way, if I really feel like I need something to do, I can pop that armor piece off of there and I can get back in here and I can replace these door bottoms, weld in new bottoms, and put the armor on there. Yeah, that's we'll put that on the list, but at least I'm saving what we have and maintaining it so it's not going to go any farther, we hope. So anyways, the armor's going on, first the painting and then the armor, and tires can go back on it today and we'll have her driving. So I better get back at her and get these get that paint going again. Almost done with the nasty stuff on here. Putting that POR 15 on here. It's a freaking stinky, dirty mess, and don't get any on you because I've got to put some tape around my shirt, because what happens is I got some on my arms a couple days ago, and it's not any closer to coming off. It's going to have to grow off before that stuff comes off your skin. So gloves, tape up, don't get it on you anywhere. So we are making progress on this. Crusty's getting uncrusted here. Let me show you what I got done here. So I've cleaned and ground all that up. This is all going to get covered up with the armor panels, but I've got all the rockers in there. The bottom of the doors actually aren't that bad, so it's going to be easy enough to put some outer skins on there if you ever need to. So that's all painted up, both sides here. Got to fix this corner here. That's next on the list here. I got to run to the shop and get some Galvannealed. Anytime that you can use Galvannealed compared to just raw steel on any of these repair projects, you're going to be so much farther ahead. It holds up a whole lot better. So I got that done. There's one spot that's bothering me over here, and that's this corner right here. So I'm going to take and cutting disc and nip that off there a little bit and either tuck something behind there or put some paint on there or something on there. But otherwise, that's the last big piece of rust that isn't going to get covered up by something. So anyways, I think it's almost lunchtime, even though I've been out here snacking a little bit. My son Justin came by earlier to check on the Jeep project, and he got me some cheese curds. If you're in Wisconsin, you gotta have cheese curds. And that's it. Talk to you guys later after I get start putting some armor on here and get this mess cleaned up. Well, I get to try out the new shear, or not the new shear, the old shear, new to me in the shop here. So I've got to make a patch panel for that where that battery rusted out. So got the machine turned on. I could either set the backstop or I could look down inside of that in the viewfinder here. And oh, is that easy? No more frickin' grinding pieces or sawing. Works pretty slick. So the only problem is I gotta crawl back on my hands and knees and make a little tray or cart to get back in there. So I've got my piece sheared out that I want. I put some marks on there where I want to bend it at. And we are going to be right there. So we've got our handy dandy press here, or our little handbrake set up here. So put that in there. Square this up. Got it sitting square. Lock it down. And bend it up. So you can see literally making these little panels and stuff, it literally takes minutes to come up with stuff to make it. So this is the panel right here that I'm making. That is going to fit in behind here. I've got plenty of room. So we'll get that set up behind here. And it's getting there. It's getting there. It's hard to do this with one hand. Maybe it's not going to get done with one hand. I'll have to set you down. But bottom line is that panel is going to go in behind here, and I'm not going to weld it. I'm going to take that Bostik adhesive that I use on everything, and where did it go? I need to clean my garage. I'm literally going to take this Bostik 940A FS Marine adhesive. I'm going to put it across the top 2/3 of that, glue it, put it in there, smack it in, and I'm done. And then I can run some self-tappers up into the bumper here. So a lot of cases, new adhesives and stuff come out. You don't have to be welding or pop riveting. That adhesive, for what that's doing, it's going to work great. So I will bring you back when that thing is all put together and touched up with a little bit of paint. Well, I'm still watching paint dry. Got everything with that POR 15. Takes a little while to cure out. I do got this front battery box corrosion problem taken care of over here. This is that little patch I put in there. You saw me bend up that piece of Galvannealed. It's not galvanized, Galvannealed. It's actually a paintable steel with corrosive properties in there, anti-corrosive properties. And I got that glued to the back. Looks beautiful now. Now, just got to let that cure just a little bit. So in the meantime, my wife wants to cut brush. So I need to get the skid steer hooked up with the brush cutter on there, and she's going to go out in the field there because it's hot out. That's air conditioned. She can turn the radio on and go out in the field. And I got the peat fired up because believe it or not, very shortly we're going to be able to drive Crusty up on top of there. It may not look like it, but we are close to driving it up on there for one, to see how it fits with the gooseneck, and also to get the wheel chucks bolted to the bed on there. So let me go get that the brush cutter on the end of the skid steer here. Well, before I do that, I gotta get Busty's pallets down, because there's some wood on here that's gotta get loaded on the trailer, and I don't want to have to pick it up by hand. So I'm gonna get these pallets busted down and get some of this wood sorted out first, and then go get the brush auger. Pallets all busted down. Now I'm ready to go out and get the brush on. Well, the brush cutter's hooked up on the skid steer. Nice and cool and air conditioned in here. Maybe this is where I'm going to spend my afternoon, because it's getting freaking hot out here. But can't do that because we got to get Crusty up and running. So I just got to test run it here, and then my wife will come in here and finish cutting. Well, it's a freaking hot one out here this afternoon, but that's what was nice, sitting in that air-conditioned skid steer for a while, and I get to drive the Pete here around. Well, before I do that, I got to get the trailer unhooked. A couple of blocks under there, get everything unhooked, and we got this extension put on here to give it a little bit more clearance between the trailer and what I'm hauling on here, the Jeep. And then you got a 4-inch extension on there. I know that's going to work, but I got to test when I turn it to see if this corner is going to hit over here, how much turning clearance I got there. So we're still in the trial and error stages of seeing if Crusty's going to fit up here yet. So otherwise there'll be a whole lot of work, well, not for nothing, but at least for this trip anyway. So let me get this unhooked and get the Pete truck around to the other side. Well, the Pete's moved. Got it in place here, and I will get the ramps and get them set up on the back here to run Crusty up here. I got the possibility I can dump airbags to get up over the top here, but we're going to see what I can do with the full height. So there's the truck. I got there's ramps in the side box there that'll have to get put on there, and we can run her up there. But before I do that, I got to get that thing put back together. Well, I'm starting to put the armor on there. I've got the holes drilled, and I had my Clecos in there to hold this in place. So now I'm taking this off of here so I can clean the surface up behind it. And this is the reason why. You can see all those metal shavings behind there. So if you ever put a self-tapper in or a pop rivet in someplace, you need to disassemble it, touch it up, and blow everything off and put it back together. Otherwise, that little bit of shavings is going to turn into a your next disaster here. So always use Clecos, always take it off when you can, and reattach there. So pretty quick. We're gonna have some panels on here. We're making progress on here. And the other surprise is I got a helper. I got Alyssa. She's helping put all the tires on here. And you notice she's got the 3/8 drive Milwaukee Impact. Do not use the 1/2-inch drive Milwaukee Impact for putting tires on. They're okay for taking them off, and if you really know what you're doing putting them on, but you're going to cause more problems than good. If you got the opportunity, use the little one to put it on and get a torque wrench on there. So, anyways, Alyssa and I are going to finish getting the tires on there and get Crusty out there and on the back of the Pete and see what happens. Be with you in a little bit. Well, we got it on the ground. We're making progress. Just going through now, we snugged them all up with the 3/8 impact, not the half. And now Alyssa's going through and she's running the torque on there. Just Google it for a 1/2-inch stud and it's 75 to 80 on these. And click. Oh, click, there we go. So, ready to take it out. On old Crusty here, thought I was ready to pull her outside and get her going, hopped in her, put it in gear, and no go. So what happened was, there's two different styles of rotors for this Jeep here, the Jeep Cherokee. One of them is 3 1/4 inches high approximately, and one of them is about a 3-inch high. The ones I took off of here were 3 1/4. Put 3 1/4s on there, they don't work. So they're obviously has something to do with the hub assembly when you order that it's either a 3 or 3 1/4. Whatever it is, run back to AutoZone and buy the 3-inch rotors. Put it on here and it rotates. So don't ask me what happened or why, but that's something to check when you're working on these, is to get that right combination here. So anyways, I'll get this put together and get this thing on the frickin' ground and get it outside for the first time. It's moving. We got the correct rotors on there. Alyssa's giving it the shakedown on there. See how it's doing. So yeah, it looks a little bit different than the first time around. That look at, I still got to do the wheel wells yet and the flares, because what happened is I threw the one flare out and I should have saved it. Well, give her a test run, rip her around the block there. Well, and then I'm going to get set up and get the ramps on there.
Oh, Crusty's getting loaded. If he can get in 4-wheel. Fits like a glove. Plenty of room for the goose.
Get it?
I think we're good. Well, you definitely got plenty more room on the gooseneck compared to the Blazer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's got her all loaded on the Peterbilt. Now we gotta hook her up to the goose. See how much clearance he's got.
Still got a crash issue in the back, so I cut those front bumps off there and we'll run that up tight and see what that does. Just a little modification, but it's getting closer. Another long day, and we got it working. Thanks to Alyssa. She's the official grease monkey. Just got enough clearance in there. If I crank it as hard as I can, I still got a couple inches in there. Closer than I want it, but it definitely, it's definitely gonna work. So, anyways, Crusty is on its way to the shop tomorrow. I'll unload it and get it off and get the AC in the front end alignment. I think I'm gonna be ready for Thursday. Talk to you guys later. That's I'm done for today. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.